Harry Reid and become the new majority leader? Let's bring them back. John LaBoudiere, Pat Caddell, and Doug Schoen. What about it?
You know, Kelly, there are two problems with Mitch McConnell. First, he doesn't have the right stuff to offer a dialogue, a narration, a message. But more particularly, there are 5 seats in play, as Pat and John will talk about, where the Democrats could lose and ultimately be deadlocked or lose control. But one of those where they can pick up, probably their biggest pickup, is Mitch McConnell, who is the single most unpopular senator in the U.S. Senate, and he's in a dead heat now with the Democratic Secretary of State, his opponent.
Who's responsible for Mitch McConnell being in the position that Mitch McConnell is in?
They were himself and the Republicans in the House and the Senate, the membership of the. Look, he lost. By all rights, the Republicans should either be even or already have won the Senate. He not only did not pick up seats in the last cycle, he lost 2 seats and won an overwhelmingly vulnerable Senate. He has managed 2 disastrous elections, and he's going to take this one down because I think so far the lack of any interest in fighting on the Republican side, finding candidates, is not there. North Carolina is an example.
That is true. Now, we already get a little indicator for 2014 by the fundraising in 2013. Democratic Senate Campaign Committee outraising the Republican Campaign Committee. Should not be happening. Republicans used to outraise Democrats all the time, so that's a bad sign. Pat alluded candidate recruitment. We're having a hard time recruiting good candidates. Now, the most high-profile person who threw her hat in the ring is a crazy gambit by Liz Cheney to run against a good, conservative, solid Republican senator in her father's home state next year, meaning money and attention is going to go up to that primary instead of going after these 5 Democrats we want to talk about.
So, wait a minute, let's get back to the Liz Cheney situation. Right. So what takes place there?
Primary. She'll get on the ballot. She's running, and her father always liked this guy, Senator Enzi, always supported him, but his daughter's going to run against.
Do I hear ambush in the offing there?
Well, yeah, you've got ambush. You've got Enzi, who is a conservative, but will do some degree of conciliation. Liz Cheney is going to move harder right to try to suggest that he is too much of a conciliator. All that it will do is send the message that the Republican brand is outside the mainstream.
It's a perfect example of someone who puts their own ambition in celebrity, meaning her. Because she has no reason to be in office, running against the Republic for her own interests rather than her party's. That's the problem with the Republicans.
All right,
they don't fight
Pat,
together.
I would also say, I think that
she is truly her father's daughter.
We just said Mitch McConnell, by polling in Kentucky, is the single least popular incumbent.
All right.
Senator. The Cheney name, unfortunately, is a negative for Republicans nationally. It's not good. For her to be out front for the next year, it's going to hurt the brand.
Let's quickly move this on to the other races. Montana, what's happening there, the Montana race?
Brian Schweitzer, the governor, the Democratic governor, the leading candidate, pulled out. Likely Republican pickup.
Why would he pull out?
He pulled out because, you know what, it is very hard to be a Democrat in Montana, because what Pat and John are saying about the Democrats is true. They have a bad image, a popular president relatively, but a bad image nationally.
And Doug, I think also he is a very unique, a very good governor, a good guy. I don't think he wants to be in the Senate. That's why they're having trouble getting people to be senators.
All right, North Carolina,
you've got Kay Hagan, who should be probably the most vulnerable Democrat. The Republicans have a very weak candidate so far. No one wants to run in North Carolina. Again, a candidate recruitment problem, and this is hampering them in a lot of states.
Louisiana.
Mary Landrieu, who did the Louisiana purchase, they purchased her vote, so to speak, to vote for Obamacare. Obamacare now, nationally, 60% of the American people are against it.
And real quickly, we got to go.
They don't have a candidate against her.
Finally, Arkansas.
Arkansas prior, very, very vulnerable. Probably will lose to Tom Cotton.
All right, gentlemen, we thank you very much. John LaBoudiere, Pat Caddell, Doug Schoen, the Political Insiders. And you can get more from the Political Insiders every Monday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time.